You watch those nature documentaries on the cable?
Yeah.
You see the one about lions?
Yeah.
Look at this lion. He's the king of the jungle. Huge mane out there. He's laying down under a tree in the middle of Africa. He's so big. He's so hot. He doesn't want to move. Now, the little lion cubs, they start messing with him, biting his tail, biting his ears. He doesn't do anything. The lioness, she starts messing with him, coming over, making trouble. Still, nothing. Now, the other animals, they notice this, and they start to move in. The jackals, hyenas, they're barking at him, laughing at him. They nip his toes and eat the food that's in his domain. They do this, and they get closer and closer and bolder, till one day, that lion gets up and tears the shit out of everybody, runs like the wind, eats everything in his path. Because every once in a while, the lion has to show the jackals who he is. It's too late to be scared. Kill.
Yo, people. Yo,
What is
people.
up? What is up?
Ah,
Huge
is
mane out here.
huge mane out here.
It's hot.
It's hot, so hot. People, it's been a while since Simon's been with us, so he is back. We are back. The tokens are back.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. And I wanted to start with that clip because we are in that scenario in America.
And I'm a
We
Leo.
are the lions, and all the lefties and the crazies and the insane people and the pro-vaxxers, all of them are the hyenas and the
And
animals,
the jackals.
the jackals and the kids,
Jackasses.
the wife and all of them thinking, oh, they're just chilling. Yeah, they're a lion, but they ain't gonna do nothing. And it's about time we get up and just start eating everything in this path. Because every once in a while,
The lion gotta show everybody who he is.
who he is. It's too late to be afraid. We ain't got time for fear, y'all. We ain't got time for fear. Speaking of fear, we have a guy in the so-called White House, although he does everything from a set, so I don't know if he's actually.
Oh yeah, it's all spotlights and microphones.
That man makes Hollywood look like child's play.
Yeah, for real. Like it's like he's at a school play, you know, and he's playing the smart guy, only he's the dumbest kid in school. You know?
Sippy cup. Sippy cup show.
Sippy cup Joe.
I like it.
My butt's been wiped.
My butt's
Oh,
been
that's great. My butt's been wiped.
wiped.
Bro, it is so sad, dude. It's so sad.
That guy.
That man needs hospice, like ASAP. And
That
these
man needs
motherfuckers are
help.
putting him in front of a mic.
He needs help. He needs help badly. What he needs to do is get on up out of the place that people don't want him in, like power. He needs to get out of there. But everybody knows about the mask mandates and making sure that you social distance and making sure that you don't mess with people.
Yo,
making sure that you even in places where there might be rules set in place, that you wear a mask, even if you're vaccinated. That's the rule. Even if you're vaccinated, you have to wear a mask in certain locations, right? Right. Did you know that Joe Biden doesn't have to do that? Did you know this?
It's always been like that. It's always been it's okay for me, but not for thee.
I wasn't sure who knew. But in case people think I'm lying and aren't told in the truth, here's the truth right here. All right, we're going to get some truth up in here. The browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen. They won't let me show that screen.
Stop it.
I'm not lying. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to prove it to you that that's what's happening. I'm going to take a
No, I believe you.
I'm going to take a picture. This is me trying to share this. You can't make this up. Bro, you can't make this up. Wow. All right. Click on that. I don't know if you can see. I'll make it transparent. See if you can look at that. It says you can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen and see if it continues.
Nice.
Let's try it again. Maybe, just maybe, No, I don't want you to send notifications. Let's try one more time. Maybe I just, there. That pop up? Good.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, Nicole, we'll get to your statement in a minute here. She just got fired because of Mr. Biden. We'll get to that in a second. So in case you guys are wondering about Mr. Shoeless Joe here, it doesn't work unless you wear it, Joe. Joe Biden is filmed breaking DC's mask mandate while walking through upmarket Italian restaurant with face covering in his hands, with Jill seen going barefaced too. Now, isn't this a pandemic of the unvaccinated, and everybody needs to do their part, and the ones who don't do it are selfish, and we don't care about grandma, and we're going to kill the kids? What else do they say?
Listen, if it was a grandma and grandpa killer, they would be dead.
Well, I'm just trying to think of what else they call us.
We're domestic terrorists, bro. Get
domestic terrorists. There it is. That's
right. Domestic terrorism is what list we're on for wanting to be free in the land of the free and the home of the fucking brave. But apparently we live in land of Joe Biden and home of, fucking idiots.
You got to be a special kind of silly to believe this man and anything he says. Okay, people? I'm just saying. It's the first time they dined out in D.C. since entering the White House. So you mean they've had time to understand their own mandates? Word up, man. That's what they're saying, right? They've had time, right? Okay. Joe and Jill went up the hill. Dined out in Washington, D.C.
Joe and Jill went up the hill to their favorite restaurant.
Joe came out without a mask and said, "What you looking at?"
And said, "Come on, man.
Come on,
you know the thing." Fucking, what'd you get for dinner, Joe? Oh, you know the thing. Come on, man. Come on.
We got some faceless chicken and some maskless meat and some.
He had some pasta. I guarantee you, pasta.
He went right past the mandate. He went right past the mandate and did something his own way. So it says, per CDC guideline, the DC mayor Muriel. Every time I hear Muriel, I think Courage the Cowardly Dog. Every time I hear Muriel. Come here. Executive order. It's an executive order. All individuals over age 2. I guess Joe doesn't count, though, because he has the mindset of like a 1-year-old or a potato. So he's exempt. All individuals over age 2 required to wear a mask indoors, regardless of vaccination status.
Hold on a second. Did you just say over the age of 2?
Over the age of 2.
Bro, I'm telling you, other parts of this country are really like fucking Gestapo type shit. Like, I'm sorry, but I live in a state where there's none of this. And this shit, if it was going on, I would be in fucking jail. Like I shit you not.
over the age of 2.
That is sick.
I will tell you the story of what's going on back home in a minute here, because it's coming here. Mask must be always worn while in our restaurants, except while eating and drinking. Pretty clear. Pretty clear, right? That's
Yeah, but
pretty
it's all right
straightforward.
because now what they do is they just put a slit in the mask. You know, now they have a slit in the mask, thinking that that's going to do something. You know what I mean? Like they got kids playing. They got kids playing instruments with holes in their mask. What is the point of that exactly?
I want people to understand that this is the restaurateurs are using masks, and there's good old Joey and his wife, the one that he had his family killed to get with, but that's a different story on a different day to get to. You know about that, right? I'm assuming you know about that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And look at here, maskless Joe Biden walking out, because it does so much good when the mask is in your hand, right? He's trying to keep COVID off his finger.
Yeah. Because he was touching the door. That's what it was. You know.
Yeah.
So he seconded it as a glove. That's
In
all.
case people think, oh, maybe you're just you're you know, it wasn't the video. They're in the restaurant walking out. Look at that, no mask. Everyone else is wearing it. Not good old Joey.
Oh, he's special.
All right, not Joey.
Well, it doesn't really matter because fresh air is not going to help his brain regardless. You know what I mean? Like
What brain?
loss of air to his brain is not going to affect him at all.
I don't understand though. What I don't understand is how in the world people can watch, hear,
Right.
know about this,
And take it seriously.
and still think it's about safety.
Right. Yo, please tell me you saw that video of that lady, bro. Every time I see this video, it kills me. Where she's like, I got 2 doses of the Moderna.
Moderna. Well, you didn't get the vaccine. Oh, you're gonna.
You are an asshole. You're gonna get me sick. Bro, every time I see that shit, it fucking kills me, dude.
Gosh,
I got 2 doses of Moderna.
2 doses of Moderna.
Did you get vaccinated? Oh, you're gonna get me sick. You are an asshole. Bro, that shit is hysterical.
Oh, explain what you mean, Hannah. Explain to me what you mean. Do you actually support Biden? If you do, why?
Then you're in the right place because we'll change your mind.
We'll change your mind. I just want to know why. So Nicole is a long time patron of my channel. She has been behind me, hell and high water. Okay.
Hello, Nicole. How are you?
And
Nice to meet you.
I need to know from Nicole if they were requiring her to get vaccinated, and if she said no, they let her go because of it. I'm assuming that's what it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, oh, by the way, people, if you're on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. Most of them already subbed, but if you haven't yet, make sure you like the video so that everything is, algorithm pops me up a little bit. Share it on, if you're on Facebook, share, because we're going to get into some other hypocritical things here in a minute.
Hip-hop?
Exactly.
Hip-hop Anonymous?
Yes, hippopotamus anonymous. So the thing is, if that's the case, I consider you a person that will have to be considered strong-willed, because it's going to get that way for a lot more people.
Oh, 100%.
A lot more people.
Whenever I hear, I mean, masks are necessary for safety, and that's all I'm trying to say. My beliefs of fighting are neither good nor bad. Can I ask you a question, Hannah? Real quick. If you vape or know anybody that does, okay, put a mask on and let out your vape and see what happens. Your mask is literally doing nothing, but probably making worse, because what you're doing now is you're constantly touching things and also touching your face. If you didn't have a mask on your face, you chances are you wouldn't really be touching your face as much. And you think that the mask is going to help you, but you not wearing gloves everywhere is going to. I mean, let's think
That's
about that
one
for a
thing.
second.
That's one thing. I would also ask um, what started the whole, or I should say, the people that are now pushing this need for the masks. Did they always believe that masks work? One, or two, is it a fact that the majority of the masks that we wear have on their labeling that it does not prevent the transmission of COVID? If that's the case, why should I wear it, and how are they necessary for safety? I'm not. I want people to understand this is not us attacking Hannah. We're just asking
No,
questions to
we're
see
asking
where
questions.
Hannah
No,
is.
nobody's attacking anybody.
Okay, I just want to make sure people know I'm saying it out loud. Okay, because you know how people misconstrue stuff all the time.
Because a lot of people, some people will just like tell you off. We want to have a conversation and we
I want
want
to
to
know.
talk to
I
you.
really want to know. I'm not asking about your. If you say you don't want to talk about your beliefs about Biden and all, that's fine. I'm going to leave it strictly on what we saw, the mask idea, and how hard he's been pushing and degrading people for not doing it. This is my biggest problem, is that he degrades people, him and his administration, all of them. They dog us. They're willing to alienate us for something that they do.
Oh, and by the way, real quick, there's actually, you know, the person who's advising Biden and everybody to do this is Mr. Anthony fucking Fauci. I'm sure you know who that is, Mr. Fauci.
Punchinelli, yeah.
Okay, Fontanelli. Okay, there's video of him when this all started, literally saying, "Masks do nothing, and it's just to make people feel better." That's literally came out of his mouth, and he's, you know, the man who knows it all.
Right. So I'm just I want to know, you. Okay, so here's the answer. Masks are very important. They are preventing germs from entering. No, that's a fallacy. Actually, the masks are not for entering, they're for exiting. They're built for exiting, not for entering. Just so you know, you have it inversed. And they have not been tested by the CDC whatsoever, and have been said that they are to protect our health. That too is a lie. Without masks, if someone does have the virus, it can easily spread. Whereas with masks, germs can easily enter through another fallacy. I'll tell you. I'll break it all down for you in a minute. The CDC has never tested these particular blue masks. The company that makes the blue masks already said that those blue masks don't work for COVID. It's on their box. That's factual. You can look that up. They literally say on there, it does
Just
not
look at
stop
the box.
transmission. Okay, that's one. Cloth in and of itself will never stop a virus, which is why just wearing a piece of cloth across your face does not help. As far as it stopping a virus from going through them, the microns in terms of size of a virus versus just anything else in terms of even smoke particles is exponentially smaller, which means the chance of it getting caught in a mask way, 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 way down on probability. Even when they had fires here in Washington State, they literally put out a memo saying the masks you're wearing do not prevent against the smoke inhalation. So my question to them was, if it doesn't stop the smoke getting through, how does it stop something that has a smaller micron size from getting through?
Right.
I'm just confused about those three things. So, and if it was a thing that worked, the curb would have happened forever ago. because everybody, pretty much everybody that I knew was wearing a mask. Not me, but everybody was. And to be honest, I never had COVID, so I didn't have a problem of spreading anything I didn't have, which is why I don't wear it. You know, I don't watch it. I don't watch it. So here, if I get this here, I want to get this right. Okay.
The beginning, the critical issue is that it became very clear. This is here. Let's say it's husband, wife, have you? They get infected. Was not related now, as you and I are speaking, which is going.
Oh, you found the video, huh?
Well, they've already taken down the main one. I'm looking for it again. Do you remember that first one where he came out directly and said it doesn't?
Yeah, where he was sitting talking to somebody.
Yeah, you can't find that now.
Oh, of course. I've seen it recently on TikTok.
Yeah, but that's probably the only place you can find it now.
Yeah.
YouTube's already scrubbed it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm looking right now to try and find it. Cannot find it.
Shocker.
So let's do this. Let's do a web search.
Oh, and by the way, another thing, blocking fresh air from going into your body is also very, very unhealthy.
Quite.
And probably doesn't help anything, because when you breathe out, was it carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide?
Dioxide. Monoxide.
Carbon dioxide. Okay. If you keep constantly breathe that in and don't change it for fresh air, it gets a little unhealthy for you. Like I learned that as a young child. Like how you breathe out and then the trees give you air and you breathe in. And it's very important to get fresh air and not constantly block your air holes.
Right now in the United States.
Found it. All right. After 15 searches. All right. So this is the man who now masks have not changed in their makeup. I want people to be clear about this. No mask has changed its makeup since this statement. This statement is about masks, period. Not my words, his. So in case YouTube or one of you clowns out there on Facebook want to say I'm pushing disinformation or misinformation, it's your homie that said it, not me. His theory might have changed, but masks have not. They are the same exact build as they were back when he said this. Please be clear. Okay? Okay, good. Here he is.
Right now in the United States, people should not be walking around with masks.
You're sure of it? Because people are listening really closely to this.
Right now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better. And
hold on. While you're in what? The middle of an outbreak. Not my words. Captain Fauci here. Okay. Mr. Kitten Caboodle. All right.
A little bit better. And it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is. And often there are unintended consequences. People keep fiddling with the mask and they keep touching their face.
And can you get some schmutz sort of staying inside there?
Of course. But when you think masks, you should think of healthcare providers needing them and people who are ill. Right now in the United States.
But hey, you guys need to wear it, because even if
let's change the story every 30 minutes, and let's
if you get the soot in your mask, it's okay. That's just a little soot.
Droplets come up from the shower and they go in your asshole and they transfer to your fingertips and they come out of your eyelids, and then they're going to jump on somebody's mouth face, and then you're in trouble.
Here's my biggest thing. Let's assume that masks collect the virus. They work. Now it's on the mask, right? Okay. So you go into a store and you're wearing the mask. You get spittle on it, or someone's talking to you and they, okay. So say you have COVID. You don't know you have it, but it's on your mask now, on the inside. You go to a store and you adjust it. Where is it now? Right? So now you go and grab a watermelon. And people
then,
like me who like watermelon go to grab that watermelon.
And after all this is done, hold on. After all this is done, you swipe your credit card, or you give the person money and change, and you press the buttons on the credit card machine. And I love how they think that putting some piece of plastic is somehow like that's just gonna change everything.
It protects the button.
Yeah, the button inside is clean. If you take the plastic off, I guarantee you that shit will not have COVID on it.
So you have it on your hand now, and you touch something. My watermelon that I love so much. And now I go and I get COVID because even if I'm wearing a mask, now I have COVID because it's on my hand. And if it's on my hand and I touch my face, now it's in my mouth. What do stores not have anywhere near the entry or the exit? A biohazard container anywhere. If it were me, I had a store, I would give you a sealed mask baggie, give you it, put it on. I would give you gloves and walk through the store with the gloves and the face mask, okay? As you leave, I would have you dump both of those things into a biohazard container and eviscerate it. But you take that same mask and you go to the next store and to the next store and to the barber. You go pick up your kids. You go do everything in one mask for almost 9 hours in a day.
Bro, these people hang the same mask on their mirror in their car and just like go around. Listen, I'm not one of those people that walks around with a mask in my pocket. If I had to, if I got to wear a mask somewhere, I'm leaving. I'm not staying. No.
I'm just asking people to logically think about transference. That's all. Like how many times you've heard of kids? You remember back in the day we had garbage pail kids?
Yep.
Do you remember garbage pail kids?
Yep.
We used to watch these things and think, oh my goodness, that one that had the snot all over his face and everywhere, and like he's always doing this number here. And how many times you told kids, don't do that, it'll get on your sleeve, and then it'll get onto the next kid, and then everybody gets sick and blah, blah, blah. If you genuinely believe that somehow you have liquid contained in a mask from coughing, spitting, talking, you touching the mask doesn't transfer that liquid to your hand. You squeeze said droplet, and the droplet has that micron of COVID in it. You don't know you have it because you've been vaccinated and you're asymptomatic. But you have it. Squeeze it, rub it, touch it, give it to somebody else. How in the world can you quantify the effectiveness or the efficacy of a mask when you do that?
And I don't know when the last time you've seen somebody like spitting while they're talking. I'm sure you see people spitting while they talk, but usually, like normal people, if they're gonna sneeze, they're gonna cover up with something. If they're coughing, most like normal people cover their mouths. People don't cough on each other on a normal basis. At least even without COVID, people didn't cough on me. And if someone sneezed, they went like this or they went like this. They don't sneeze onto people. And, to say that mask is there for that reason is absolutely ridiculous.
Right? Right. So my problem with all of this, aside from the science, because I'm not a scientist, is the hypocrisy side of it. If you're going to dog me for not wearing a mask, you better be 100% on it.
Practice what the hell you're preaching.
Like if you are gonna be the one that's arbitrating all of my rules,
Right. Then you better be following.
you better be dead, especially if you wrote the rules.
Right.
Man, you better be on it. You better be on it.
Because you know what that is? Do you know what that is? That is called a dictator. I'm just saying. A dictator is somebody who makes the rules for everybody but doesn't follow not one of them. Just saying.
Look, it's no different. It's no different than people who cry racism and say they back equality, but will turn around and use racist terms towards you if they don't agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I experience it all the time. You've seen it.
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Look, Lee has experienced it before, where they'll look at him. Now, they'll say this before they dog him. Don't say that the virus came from China. That's racist. In the very next statement, they'll say, you look like where that virus came from. You look like one of those people from who those virus came from. Like, but you don't see that. Or better yet, if you don't believe that the police are racist, you support white supremacy. When you tell them, no, that's not true. Yeah, whatever you say, Uncle Tom. It's like, what? Like, come on. Make up your mind. Either those terms are racist, or everyone can use them.
Right.
It baffles me. But it shouldn't, because they don't have a moral bone to stand on. It's whatever is convenient for them at the time. If I can embarrass you or say something ill about you and it happens to have a racist undertone, it doesn't matter, because my cause is just.
Right. I'm better than you because I'm fighting racism with racism, apparently.
It works.
Yeah, I guess.
It works. But no one wants to call anybody out on that. I made a video. Transsexuals can say, that offends me. Straight people say that offends me. Shut up, you bigot. So I shouldn't have any kind of offense come my way. I should just be okay with everything. But if I say something and you get offended, I must stop what I'm doing. But you don't have to stop what you're doing, because rights. No, you're a man that can't figure out what he wants in life and decides that cutting off his wee-wee is the best way to go.
I'm going to grow some tits.
That's what you call mental instability.
Yeah, we used to call that bipolar.
We used to call that crazy. It's what the hell we used to call
that. And we used somebody who was like a they or them was like somebody who had multiple personality disorders.
Yeah, they were possessed. You had Legion living in you, is what you did.
Right. You had a couple people you had to sit on the couch and figure out shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you had to see some padded walls and hit them a couple times, try and figure out what the fuck you want to do. Don't make me stoop down. You're crazy.
They're the
now you got to make everybody else crazy because you're fucking nuts. Right,
man. I keep trying to wake up every day thinking I could find a way to logically explain this. I can't yet. There is no logical explanation to any of this, like none. I cannot break through that wall of insanity.
Yes, you can.
You can,
because you listen. You've been down them rabbit holes, bro. You know what's going on.
Look, being down the rabbit hole is one thing, but trying to make sense of it, to even try and identify with them to see where they might be coming from, I can't even do that.
No, because they are so ingrained, because they're controlled by an entity that tells them they need to feel a certain way about something.
You know, the other side to it too is when they say that they're for the safety of children. And then you give them multiple examples of how their ideology hurts,
is unsafe for kids. Yeah.
They don't want to hear about it.
Right.
You will literally show them where adult men will use that ideology to not just groom, but to hurt kids. They'll say, oh, well, now it's become a choice. That makes all the sense in the world. Trust
Facebook
me, that makes all the sense in the world. This topic is not something that Facebook wants discussed. My viewership started off 2, it went up to 25, now it's down to 13. It's kicking people off. My Facebook page, where everybody watches, only has 1 viewer.
That's
Because nobody
crazy.
knows I'm on. Nobody knows it because Facebook won't tell them. And they won't show them the live either. Like you would go to my page. You could literally go to my page, refresh it, look, and it will not show the live if you're on the outside.
Oh, shit.
And right now, I'm looking at Facebook. 28 minutes ago was the last time someone interacted with it. Make that make sense. They were there, gone. One person in particular I know has to still be here, or she, but they're not. They're not. So yeah, it makes complete sense to me that Facebook won't let you hit the like button. It makes sense.
Bro, Facebook is a fucking cesspool. And you know, this whole let me just say about this whole whistleblower.
Probably. The Facebook. Oh, she ain't a whistleblower.
Bro, do you know that it said that in her bio like 2 hours after she fucking broke? That was her bio. Her bio, and she was verified.
Not only that, the lawyers that she had with the same
they were connected to the redheaded stepchild.
Saki kids, okay? You see, watch. It is not just you. I only have 9 viewers on YouTube. I have 1,030 subscribers. I have 9 viewers on YouTube.
That's nuts.
9. I've had this thing prepped and ready, saying I'm going live for what, 5 days now? 4 days, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, well you spoke to me like almost a week ago.
There you go.
Well, earlier in the week.
Look, I'm getting used to the fact that I'm going to be shadow banned until the day I die. And I have to be okay with the fact that I have to work 15 times as hard as anyone else to get words out. You, same way. Or when you do get your word out, you get shut down.
Oh no, see, I could only make videos that I can't make videos that I want to make, without a doubt. Because every time I want to, those are the ones that get taken down. I can't make my content because they're constantly taking them down. And then I'm just getting banned every fucking other day. It's another fucking story.
It's insane to me that people are okay with it. But hey, again, the double standards. You can only have one point of view out there at a time. And it has to be the left. Okay?
You're something else.
Now, if we want to go to how they operate in terms of the media, let's talk about this school shooting that we had a couple of weeks ago.
The beef.
Now, we all know that school shootings are a white man thing. Apparently, that's what I've been told. That's what white people do. White people shoot up schools.
Well, listen, white kids shoot up the schools, black kids shoot up the block. So I mean, they're both doing shooting. They're both doing shooting. It's just most black kids are not really concerned about school.
It's locational.
Exactly.
So here's the thing. When a white kid does it and we tell them, the kid was probably bullied in school. No, it's because white people crazy. And they're all racist. But the school is mostly white. They only shot white people. It don't matter. White people just crazy. And they love their guns. And that's the excuse you get. This Negro shoots up a school, shoots 4 people, a teacher included. He was bullied. He was just retaliating against his bullies. And we've got to stop this bullying. And he had to stand his ground. You can't blame him for that. He's just trying to defend himself. All of a sudden, He's the only one to get bail. Ain't no other school
Do
shooter
you,
get one.
do you also realize, okay, that, when the white kid does it, it's usually a kid like nobody really talks to, the quiet one,
Uh-huh.
the kid who wasn't popular, didn't have a car, none of that shit. Like the kid that like has a shit life and he's got no friends at school. This kid had a car. He had some
Nice
privilege.
car.
He had some privilege. Let me tell you, had nice kicks on, had a nice family in the suburbs. Like this kid had potential.
Now here's the thing. If he was bullied, now I have a different theory about the whole bullying thing. I have a basic question about him getting let go. I wouldn't let him go, not even based on the fact that he fired the gun. I want to know how he would let go, seeing that he had a gun on campus to begin with. Like, maybe it's just me, but if you walk onto campus with a loaded gun, that
That's
should
usually
grounds
an
to be.
issue. It's usually an issue. I mean, I've never tried it, but
Hey, I'm only asking the question. Okay, so you have a loaded gun. You don't tell your. First of all, he told his parents apparently if he was bullied because they say they knew. If your kid is getting bullied in school, what do you do?
what do I do?
Yeah.
Well, it depends how bad it is. If it's bad enough,
No. Don't be a lefty now. I'm asking you, Simon, if your kid comes home and tells you that every day he gets beat up, this is the story he got. This is the story he gives them, that he gets bullied, he gets his money taken, his lunch money taken, he's had this taken, that beat up.
then I'm going to that person's parents and having a one-on-one conversation.
Okay, if you can't get to the parents, what do you do then?
Going to school.
If the school doesn't do anything, what do you do then?
Take my kid out of school.
Or you go to the cops, right?
Yeah.
None of those things took place. like none. Like how do you like? Thank you. See, now that's an old
there
school,
you go.
but that's an old school way. I'll give you my story. I was bullied. I know it's hard to believe. Such a charming individual can be bullied.
I was bullied big time, bro.
I was not a charming individual when I was young. I was fugly, I was skinny, and I was quiet. I was not the friendly, go out. I was not me. I was always by myself because I had issues emotionally because of the loss of my pops. Okay. So I was always quiet, but I love books and I love words. So my bullying life started when I moved from one island to the next. And I went to this school, and my second day, day 2, they don't know me. They just don't like me. I'm waiting for the bus. 3 guys jump me. 2 hold me, and the third one runs up and jumps and drop kicks me in the chest. I go home, tell my mom what happened because, well, first my clothes are dirty. That's the dead giveaway. Can't get off that well, right? Tell her what happened, and she tells the school. School does nothing. We had another bully in the school, a big chick. Like, she was big, like 6 foot already, and in a school that she ain't supposed to be 6 foot at, nothing yet. And she chunky too. She used to take everybody's lunch money. Nobody did anything about it. So I did the only thing I could do, which was insult her during a recess one day. And I was really good at using insulting words without cussing. And I made her feel so bad that she was cowering in a corner, snot everywhere, just crying. Then she never came back to school. So that was a round 1 for me. Moved to another school.
But then you became the bully.
And no, that was just the one time. Because I was done. I was just pissed off. She caught me the wrong day. I was already in a bad place remembering my dad, and she just pushed me right over the top, and I just went, something snapped, and I went in. Moved to a different school. upgraded, of course, more bullying. So my mom decided, all right, you're going to do karate lessons. I took karate lessons. Once I started doing karate lessons, the next time they picked on me, the instant I fought back, people stopped bullying me.
Right.
You know what they realized? Not an easy target anymore.
Right.
Probably ain't worth it because I could probably get my face kicked in by this dude if I keep going at it.
The best advice somebody gave me, he says, listen, if you're going to get into a fight, make it so that they don't want to fight you again. Win or lose. Win or lose. You could
Yep.
lose the fight, but put enough of a fight where they're like, nah, that was a
Yeah.
little tougher than it used to be.
Yeah. You got to make it to the point where you make a point.
Right.
That's not the guy that we want to bully. We need somebody, a weaker target.
Mhm.
But if you're going to give the excuse that he was bullied, do not give that excuse because he's black. Because multiple white and Hispanic kids gave that same excuse and you call them crazy.
Right.
And they didn't get nearly the kind of treatment you got. This brother got a party thrown for him. He's home. Look how happy. Popeye's chicken and everything. And people
Why?
look at me.
First of all, why is he home? He killed how many people?
He didn't kill anybody. He shot
just
4.
shot.
One was
He
in
just shot.
critical condition and one was a teacher.
Oh, so it's only attempted murder 4 times.
But they didn't. But they're not even charging him with that.
They're not?
No. Assault.
Stop.
Assault.
Ugh.
So he's the first. I wouldn't say first. He's a black school shooter. Only one to get bail. Party on his behalf. Parents came out saying it was because he was bullied. News media don't want to talk about this story no more. You have to hunt to find information about who the victims were. You have to hunt to find his picture. But there's a thing called white privilege.
Right. I think I might just be a Democrat. I'll just switch sides so I can just get away with whatever I want.
You can do whatever you want as a Democrat. You really can.
Yeah. Whatever you want.
It doesn't matter what you do at that point. You can do whatever you want. But my point is this. If you're going to have a standard for law, have it for every... Look, they put, what's his name in prison for lying to Congress, right? What's his name? Stone. Lying to the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple Democrat candidates went before Congress and lied.
And lied their face off and then got caught.
Nothing.
And then got caught in it.
Nothing. Hillary did it. Nothing. Vindman did it. Nothing.
Fauci
Half
did it.
of the candidates that they pushed for the ATF, for the Ninth Circuit Court, and half of the Biden administration cabinet positions, all of them told at least 4 lies. Nothing. The double standard and hypocrisy that's going around is just it's palpable. It's palpable. But people don't want to do what's necessary in the face of hypocrisy, which is stand up. You have to stand up. If they tell you wear a mask, you tell them right to their face, no,
Fuck you.
I ain't doing it. When our president does it, I'm going to do it. When he does it 99% of the time, I'm going to do it. When my mayor and my governor does it all the time, I'll do it. When they can go to a party after telling me I can't go, I'm going to go to my party. When they tell me you can't go out after a certain hour, but they can go, until they become what they preach, I ain't doing it. I am just not doing it. You are not going to find me obeying anything those clowns say because they don't even stand by their own rules. How am I going to listen to them? I can't do that. I will never do it. Get the vaccine. Prove to me you actually took the vaccine, first of all. And not just some saline shot or a retractable needle that never went in your arm. Prove that to me, then we're going to talk. Because I know at least 4 people, who've had it and have had instantaneous issues. One of them's on the way out of town. Dead, I mean, almost on the way out because of it. Straight up.
I'm seeing a lot more stories and a lot more people
You
that
know,
are
when they're telling people that tell those stories, they can't say their story because it's false information. Mother, bro, I'm the one that got the thing. I'm the one going through it. How you gonna tell me? But I'm a like, what is
yeah.
wrong with you?
I seen a video of baby that was born from a mother had like just recently got it.
The
And the
shaking one.
yeah.
Now I heard that that was a DTaP one. That wasn't the CVID one. I don't have to go based on that. I'm basing it on people I actually know.
Oh, I don't. I'm not. I'm just saying. Like I've seen people. I know. I'm a lot of people. And you can't sit there and say, you can't sit there and say, oh, well, this, that, and the other. When people actually go through it, how are you going to tell somebody they're spreading misinformation when,
It's their
like, their
their
good
life.
friend was a healthy human being, and 2 weeks after getting whatever, or a couple days after this, they drop dead? Come on now.
The one of the people I know, instantaneous clots everywhere. Blood clots. This issue, that issue, never had them before. Never had them before. The only change was that. When you look at, okay, in a logical world, if I do something over and over and I get a certain result, right? So I pick up this glass and I put it down, and I pick up the glass and I put it down, and I pick up the glass and I put it down. Then I go out and I put oil on my hands and I pick up the glass and it slips out my hand and falls and breaks. And then I say, see, it's the glass's fault. It's too slick. No, I changed something. And you have to look at what I did
Right.
to see if that might have influenced that glass falling out of my hand. The glass didn't change. The glass is what it is. It's always been slick. My hand had grip. I put oil on my hand and picked up the glass. It slipped out of my hand. You're going to tell me it's not the oil's fault. It's because the glass, or you didn't grip it right. Fool, oil is slick. There are certain things that I can look at, and if I had a functioning brain, tell me that might have something to do with it. I don't know exactly what it had to do with it, but the only way to know is to look into it. But then you're going to tell me you can't look into it.
No, we can't look at it's safe and effective. 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 What the fuck is wrong with people? People that still believe this shit, like, I'm sorry.
They do.
I'm really
They do.
sorry.
They do.
But it's a little scary. It really is. And I wish that you weren't so far in the deep end where you can't swim to the shallow end and get some air and breathe and look at the world for what it is and actually pay attention to certain things. And hopefully you'll wake up out of the coma that you are so deep in that there's no saving you.
Right. Okay, so I want to put this out there because I need people to hear this part. Okay. Now, remember when I said that the information that they don't want you to have is probably information that you need to have to make a decision about something. If you're a believer, a Christian, and you have certain views about abortion, you might want to know about a certain facility if they conduct their business in a certain way that helps the abortion industry. So you can know, I'm not going to go to them. It's what you call freedom of information, and it's a way to make your choices, right? Okay. Project Veritas finally got not just some good information, but some insanely good information. And I want to share this particular thing with people in case you don't see it or you hadn't seen it, about what's in some of the HVAC stuff. Okay. And I want you to listen carefully to what they don't want you to know, not what they have you know, what they are working hard to make sure you don't know. And then listen to the reasons why they don't want you to know. Again, my issue is with not giving me all the info for me to make my own decision. Just give me what I need to know, which is everything. Here we go.
Then why is CNN constantly like Russia this, Russia that?
Because it's ratings.
Because ratings.
Our ratings are incredible right now.
But honestly, you think the whole Russia shit is just like bullshit?
Could be bullshit. I mean, it's mostly.
This isn't the one. That's not the one I clicked on. This is the one I clicked on. Why are you giving me that? Here we go.
And a whistleblower with Pfizer recently released 4 internal emails. And what I want to know is, why did you write an email saying that you would prefer we do not discuss fetal tissue being used in laboratory tests associated with vaccine rollout?
Philip Dormitzer, Vice President.
Now, you heard that, right? Did you hear what words he used? I'm going to back it up. Listen carefully.
Released 4 internal emails. And what I want to know is, why did you write an email saying that you would prefer we do not discuss fetal tissue being used in laboratory tests associated with vaccine rollout?
They use fetal tissue. I shouldn't be. Should you be aware of this? Is this something you should know?
I would think so. Yes.
Is it something?
That's
do you think PETA would want to know if they used animals that were defenseless in their testing?
Oh, definitely.
Did they not have a big move about that, saying you can't use certain animals and things? Right?
Yeah, they said they couldn't test certain products on animals.
So that should go in hand with information I should be getting about something that goes inside of me. Let's just put it on a religious level. If I don't want nothing to do with dead tissue inside of me, shouldn't I know?
If I don't want aborted tissue from innocent children and babies to go into, I just can't. I can't.
Hey, all I do is ask the questions. That's all I ever do is ask the questions. Wouldn't you want to know these things? I would want to know these things.
Yeah, it's something that should come up. You know what I mean?
If they're
right.
Just watch how hard they push to not let you know this. Just
Philip Dormitzer, Vice President, Chief Scientific Officer. These are not low-level people here.
Big
Cupping
people. Vanessa
Gelman, we have an approved answer to this question, the question being about fetal tissue, which Vanessa can probably provide. HEK2932. What does that mean? HEK cells?
Human embryo kidney cells, and it was from experiment 293.
Human embryo kidney. Now, remember, but it's a clump of cells, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see why they push for that to be the statement? You're not going to second guess just pulling out a clump of cells when in fact they know what it is, and they've been using the body parts that they harvest from abortions to do what they need to do. I'm just giving you guys the information that people don't want to, Okay. Here we go. Let them finish.
From the perspective of corporate affairs, we want to avoid having the information on the fetal cell lines floating out there.
Right? We want to avoid having the information floating out there.
It's just we don't want it floating because
we don't want them knowing. They don't want you knowing.
Let's get to why.
We believe that the risk of communicating this right now outweighs any potential benefit that we could see, particularly with general members of the public who may take this information and use it in ways we may not want it out there.
We don't want you knowing, because you knowing it could make you make a different decision than we want you to make.
Right.
We want you to do what we say. And if you don't do it, we have problems. So in order to make sure you do what we say, we will withhold information that could make you make a different decision.
So you know how when you eat cereal in the morning and you look at the box and it tells you it's got sugar and it's got preservatives and it's got this and it's got that? See, would you eat the cereal if it had like human tissue in it?
Or
Like
even
if they
if you have diabetes and you can't have certain sugars, and someone hands you something to eat
and says it's sugar-free and gluten-free,
and you consume it and you go into a diabetic coma, boom, because you were told certain things about that product that you consumed that was inaccurate, and you took it because you're supposed to trust that person. But now you're going to die because you took something without getting all the information about it. This is exactly what they are doing.
they are using the human population
As their test subjects.
as guinea pigs. This is the biggest, mark my words, the biggest human experiment in history.
Burr.
In history. Okay, you know when you watch a commercial for the medication that's supposed to cure your illness?
And 90%
And
of
they
the commercial
say
is a
side effects may include, and they go on for about 20 minutes, and they say, don't take this if you take this medication, and don't take this if you do that, and don't take this, and it might cause you for your asshole to fall off, and they go all this rave. Okay, where is that for this? You're telling me that this thing that they come up with is just that safe and effective? Like it's that safe that there's none whatsoever, no side effects at all? Come on now.
Come on
You
now.
use your brain just a little bit, just a tad.
So, let's do one more thing here. I'm gonna show you. Now, people will bring up CDC and FDA approved and all that stuff. Okay, good.
The only FDA approved vaccine is not even available in the United States of America.
Yeah. But let's do an FDA approved product. This is what an FDA approved product would be like, should be like, and is supposed to be like. All right, here it is.
Quit smoking with Chantix and support.
This is legit.
Talk to your doctor about Chantix and a support plan that's right for you. Some people have had changes in behavior, hostility, agitation, depressed mood, and suicidal thoughts or actions while taking or after stopping Chantix. If you notice agitation, hostility, depression, or changes in behavior, thinking, or mood that are not typical for you, or if you develop suicidal thoughts or actions, stop taking Chantix and call your doctor right away. Talk to your doctor about any history of depression or other mental health problems, which can get worse while taking Chantix. Some people can have allergic or serious skin reactions to Chantix, some of which can be life-threatening. If you notice swelling of face, mouth, throat, or a rash, stop taking Chantix and see your doctor right away. Tell your doctor which medicines you're taking, as they may work differently when you quit smoking. Chantix dosing may be different if you have kidney problems. The most common side effect is nausea. Patients also reported trouble sleeping and vivid, unusual, or strange dreams. Until you know how Chantix may affect you, use caution when driving or operating machinery. Chantix should not be taken with other quit smoking products.
Notice when they stop talking. Watch this. Watch when he stops talking and just read, okay? Read. When he stops talking, read.
Be taken with other quit smoking products.
If you are pregnant or plan to become pregnant, talk to your doctor before taking Chantix. He's not going to say it out loud. He said everything else. He did not say this. If you think it's not a purposeful marketing, and notice we're almost all the way through with the commercial, And all they've said positive about it is that use it to quit smoking. That's
it might help you quit smoking.
That's the only thing positive they said so far.
Right.
He hasn't said anything about the pregnancy.
The urges weren't like they used to be, and that helped me quit.
Talk to your doctor to find out if prescription Chantix is right for you.
Pfizer. 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 You can't make this up. You can't make this up.
Hey, you'll quit smoking if you shoot yourself in the face for being that depressed. I guarantee you'll quit smoking.
Never smoke again.
You'll never smoke another cigarette again because you're going to get depressed. You're going to turn into an asshole. You're going to put a bullet in your fucking head and you're done. You quit smoking so quick. Only took 50 cents.
Now imagine putting that much information out of side effects about what we're taking in the shot. Imagine them being that honest about what possible. They won't tell you anything about everything has a side effect. Everything. If
Unless it's something natural.
Everything has a side effect. If I take something to clear my bowels, the side effect is shitting on myself. It's a side effect. It might clear up my constipation.
Oh wait, no, they did say they actually did accept one side effect.
What?
They did. It may cause a little bit of hurt around the site. They have
pain.
You might get a little site pain. That one they fessed up to. That's the only one though.
Look, I'm just asking for complete transparency, and they don't give you that. But they can't because of fetal tissue. They can't tell you that. You know how many people would say, probably gonna say no on that one. No. As much as I want to abort my child all the time, no. I'll have other people kill the kid, but I ain't gonna put the kid inside of me again. I mean, I want it out. I don't want it back in there. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, dude.
I'm just saying. So let them finish their little.
Why would you lie to the American public?
They're connected to our communications.
I'd like to talk to you right now since I'm with you. Should the American public trust Pfizer at this point, since a lot of whistleblowers have come out, and even we've exposed scientists saying that the antibodies are better than the vaccine itself?
So your antibodies are probably better at that point than the vaccination.
How can the American public trust you guys at this point, Phil?
I love it. They act that are so pious they can't talk
about
to
that
you.
tonight, Phil? Phil, we expose everybody, just so you know, brother. Once again, we ask the questions, they run away. He did say we can contact his communications department, so that's what we'll do now, but that's how it goes. We ask the questions and they run. Who's next?
Right?
Yeah, that guy seems legit, man. I should probably listen to him and take his advice.
They can do whatever they want because they have the protections of the government.
Yeah,
they can tell you anything they want to tell you and hide from you whatever they want to hide from you because they have the protections of the government. You can't even sue them because they've made it to the point where, yes, it's mandatory, but it's free will to take it. They literally have you, if you're stupid enough to take it, by the way. I'm sorry if you're stupid that you take it, but you know me, I never apologize for half the stuff I said, if any at all. If you decide to put this stuff in you without vetting it, I cannot consider you an intelligent human being. If your fear over what they could do to you is causing you to make an asinine decision, you're not smart. I cannot feel bad for you. If something ill happens to you, I will laugh. You know why? Because you were dumb enough to put something inside of you that you did not know anything about.
But I got 2 doses of the Moderna.
Like I have family members that have taken it.
So do I.
Okay? And I feel bad for them because they are intelligent people. Book smart. But this particular thing has thrown them off of that intelligent loop. The fear of losing work, the fear of losing the ability to fear is what caused them to make this decision.
Right.
Not information, fear. People who would tell you you don't smoke because smoking does this, 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 and this to you. You don't do crack because it does this, 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 and this to you. You don't do Parmesan cheese out of a carpet because you turn into Hunter Biden. You don't do those things because you investigate them. But with this, they throw fear at you, you take it. My mother, and I told people this before, is not taking it. Back home, it is to the point where you cannot do anything without that shot. They literally have patrols that will keep you in your home, manned with guns to keep you in your home. Safety is what they call it.
Really?
For a virus. In Australia, they will grab you by the neck, close in on you, social distancing be damned, choke you, slam you to the floor. If you're not wearing a mask, mind you, you're not wearing a mask, which probably means that if you have COVID, you're a danger. But they're brave enough to get close to you, grab you on the nearest part to your mouth, slam you to the floor, and arrest you. How does it make sense? How do you people use your brain and look at this thing and say, yeah, I could just take it because it gets safety?
Dude, don't they have camps, bro?
Here in Washington State, we do.
No, they don't.
I did a show just 2 days ago about it.
Oh my
2 days
God.
ago. They're hiring people out of California to be agents. And at their discretion, if they believe that you're contagious, they'll put you there. Against your will if they have to. They can invoke the powers of the police if they have to.
That's
their procedure is, if you go to the hospital and the hospital believes that you should be quarantined, there's nothing wrong with you. That's why they're not keeping you. But in their estimation, you should be quarantined. They can call these people and they'll pick you up and keep you in quarantine for up to 10 days. And then, if they feel the need to, they can go get an extension for up to 30 days. And they can keep renewing this as often as they want.
I did not know that this shit was going on. That's fucking ridiculous.
When people don't do research, they will fall for just about anything if you scare them enough. How do you think a bully gets the money from its victim? I put the fear of God in you. Look what I can do to you if you don't give me your lunch money.
Right.
The mob did the same thing. Communist governments do the same thing. Tyrants do the same thing. It's just bullying on a governmental level. You don't take what I'm giving you, I will take away your livelihood. I will starve you. I will starve you to death if you don't take this shot that you don't know anything about it.
Right.
You can't eat, you can't work, you're not going to do anything because I'm the government and I say what goes. Oh, you own your own business? No, you're going to have to obey me. You can't have employees working for you if you don't vaccinate them. And idiots will allow them to do that. Weak-minded simpletons will allow people to do that. A true American that has the same spirit that we should have as freedom-loving Americans will stand right there and look the government dead in the face. Try me. Just try. You try and make me do something like that. We have become victims of fear. Massive amounts of fear. And the government has become proficient at pushing it.
Yeah, and fear is what helps. Fear is what drives their car of what they want to do. Like that's what fuels their whole fucking agenda is fear.
And if they don't get that working, they don't get the fear to work for them, they use duress. They will keep you subjugated. Or they'll try and make sure that you have insult upon insult piled on you to where you feel so bad that you do something different.
Right.
Like, take for instance, you're a tyrant, or you're an insurrectionist. You are a bigot. You're a racist if you do think like this, and this. And if you don't want to be labeled that, you change the way you're thinking, at least out loud, to appease them, to shut them up. But if you don't believe that about yourself, why are you giving them that much power over you?
Right.
Like, it makes no sense at all. But if you watched the process from about 53, 54 in the schooling, and how they've indoctrinated the fear of the government over you, one, and how they've indoctrinated you to think that only medical experts can make your decisions for you through video, TV shows, movies, and just propaganda, you will understand why we're here.
Right.
You
No,
will
they
understand why
definitely,
we're here.
they definitely started earlier. Could you stop licking yourself? I don't want this thing to open up constantly. Jesus. I don't even know what happened.
The problem you'll see now. Yes, please do. Any information you want me to get out there, I will get out there. I've been doing my own research, but people always have things that I don't know about, and I want to know as much as I can. But I live in one of the most shameless states in the United States. Outside of California and Michigan, we have the most disgraceful leadership on God's green earth.
Well, it's kind of like the East Coast and the tri-state area. You know, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut is the same shit. They all work together. You know, it's almost like there's sections of United States.
I've decided, and I decided a lot of people know this about me who watch my show. I am not the kind of person that because you think I shouldn't say something that I'm just not going to say it.
I don't know. I don't know you to do that.
Like if I were tomorrow to get my foot in the door, which I'm still trying to run for some kind of office, and they come to the point where I'm giving a speech and a reporter stands up and said, "What do you tell people about this statement you made back in 2012?" I was like, "What's the statement?" And they say it out. I said, "I said that? Yeah, then I meant it. But you said that something about gays not going to heaven." I was like, "Well, did the Bible say that?" I repeated what the Bible said, then that's probably true. I'm sorry, but you want me to change what the Bible said? I'm not King James and I'm not Jesus. I'm sorry. Pick that up with someone else.
I ain't Moses.
Yeah. Look, if you have a problem with something I say, one, prove it to be false, and I will renege. Or tell me that this is no longer a free country and I can say something like that anyway. But I'm going to keep saying it. I'm not going to be one of those people that will come back later and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry for what I said." I ain't sorry about nothing. I will never be sorry about something I said at all. If I called you a name, I'm going to probably stand by it and triple down on it too. Like there's no apology in me, because when I say it, trust and believe I've thought about it, investigated
right.
it.
Right. Well, all you're doing is expressing your thought. I mean, you have a right to that, and you have a right to express that all you want. Like I'm allowed to speak my mind. So what? So what if I offend somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And and what do you want? A fucking cookie? You want a participation award? Okay. I hurt your feelings. Okay, big fucking deal. Get over it.
I'm going to give you 2 cookies made from Moderna. I'm going to give you some
Moderna. I got
cookies.
2 doses of Moderna. You're gonna get me sick. You are an asshole.
You're gonna get the Moderna. That lady.
Yo, do you know that Joey Bagadonas told me that there's a couple more videos on her? Like that's not the only one.
Really?
Yeah, apparently the guy who took the video has a couple more clips. I gotta find him.
Oh, let me see if I can find it. See if it's all over the place yet.
Yeah, you'll find it. Just you just type in 2 doses Moderna, it'll pop up, guaranteed.
Let's see, just spell it right would help. Let me copy that.
And if not, I know that Ant fucking duetted it at some point.
Yeah, Ant's been on it. Let's see if I can find it, because you guys need to see this. If you haven't seen it yet, it is probably the funniest thing you'll ever see in your life. Outside of listening to CNN and any other mainstream media news source, it is one of the funniest things ever.
It was pretty good.
See if I find Ant's account here.
I think it's the 2.0 he's been using.
But I need to find that Moderna one. That Moderna one is probably one of the funniest things, man. I really do need to find it. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Well, could you back up from me then? If you had COVID? Well, could you back up from me then? If you had COVID?
All right. I found it. Oh my goodness, I found it. You guys ready for this? You guys ready for this?
He's got to be like from New Jersey or something.
Here we
could
go.
you back up from me then? If you had COVID? Well, could you back up from me then? If you had COVID?
I had the 2 doses of the Moderna. Did you get the vaccine?
No, so you should probably back up then.
Oh boy, I could get sick from you.
Yes,
you really are an asshole.
You should back up.
Put a mask on.
Well, could you back up from me then? If you had COVID?
I had the 2 doses of the Moderna. Did you get the vaccine?
No, so you should probably back up then.
Oh boy, I could get sick from you.
Yes.
You really are an asshole.
You should back up.
Put a mask on.
Well, could you back up from me then? If you had COVID?
I had the 2 doses of the Moderna. Did you get the vaccine?
No, so you should probably back up then.
Boy, I could
I love how pause that for a
Yes.
second. Pause that real quick.
Back up.
Put a mask on.
See, and this is another thing that always gets me, okay? How the fuck are you gonna flex saying some shit like I got 2 doses of the Moderna? Since when, okay, have you ever needed like 2 doses of something that's supposed to help you?
Oh my god. So it means she had 4 shots.
I had 2 doses of the Moderna. You're gonna get me sick. You are an asshole.
Put a mask on.
Oh, put a mask on, you asshole. Oh boy.
Oh my word. 2 doses of Moderna. Oh my word.
And I love how he plays into it. He's like, "Hey, you better back up."
All right, so the kid that got the shooting, here's what he got charged with. He was released and of $75,000 bail and faces 3 charges of aggravated assault with a dangerous weapon.
Not even deadly weapon, like dangerous.
3 charges after shooting 4 people.
Oh, so I guess one of the kids was the bully.
Aggravated assault with a dangerous weapon. A dangerous weapon.
Jesus. They downplayed that one, huh?
Simpkins will be on house arrest, can't possess a firearm, and has to stay 1,000 feet away from the school. That's what he gets. You open fire in a school. He had a GoFundMe. They shut it down. Thankfully. Now, I want people to understand. Gun in a school, other kids around, popped it off. Other kids could have been hit. He gets $75K bail, 3 charges of aggravated assault with a dangerous weapon, and a party.
Right, you got a welcome home party. Nice. Hey, you shot up the school? Let's have a party when you get out. We'll just all hang out and celebrate.
His family gathered in a prayer circle before his release.
Sure, that was so emotional. That might be the next statue they put up.
So here's I want to find a one of the lefties' readings of it. So let's try in the New York Post. And let's bring this up and I'll read it with you so people are understanding, because he's the last topic I'm going to cover today. You can't make this stuff up, man, anymore. Really, you can't. Suspected.
He's not a suspect anymore. He's the actual aggravator.
But it's suspected that he did it. We don't know for sure. Suspected. Okay. Suspected Texas high school gunman released on bail. Watch how confidently he walks. Like, yeah, I know nothing ain't wrong with me. One in front, no mask. Him, half mask. Guy behind, no mask. Safety. Remember, folks, safety.
Yep, that's
One
what it's
day
about.
after teacher and students shot. The Texas student who allegedly opened fire. Allegedly. No, we know he opened fire. There's literally video of it. So, yeah, he opened fire. Not alleged anymore. Anyway. Opened fire, injuring 4 people, including a teacher, was sprung from jail on Thursday afternoon. As an attorney who joined him insisted that the case wasn't a standard issue school shooting.
I didn't know there was like.
Is there a standard
levels.
issue school shooting?
I didn't know there was like levels. Like, I guess that's just not your standard issue, huh?
Well, damn. Color me impressed. There is a set way for school shootings to go down.
They must have like, a playbook, maybe.
There's an MO. Okay, you have to have a certain color. I think that's the first one. You got to have a certain color. And you got to have a certain family dynamic. And I guess people have to die for it to be considered a school.
Yo, remember when they used to blame this shit on music?
Yeah.
Marilyn Manson.
But his isn't rap music at all. It's bullying music. So
Right.
It's all good. Timothy George Simpkins, 18, who attends Timberview High School, will report to home confinement after he posted $75K bail. Simpkins, who was wearing a blue baseball cap and graphic t-shirt, didn't answer questions from reporters as he was escorted from the jailhouse by 2 relatives in the back seat of a white Mercedes sedan. As part of his conditions, he will also have to submit to drug and alcohol testing and wear a GPS monitoring device. Civil rights attorney, of course, Tim Cole spoke on behalf of the family, blasted reporters outside the jail portraying the dangerous incident as a standard issue school shooting. There are numerous school shootings that have occurred across this country which are tragic. All school shootings are tragic. However, but
this one wasn't that bad. So stop, relax.
In this situation, this was not someone who was just out to go shoot the school and had made up their mind. They said, "Hey, I'm upset. I'm going to go shoot the school. Anyone I see." That's not the situation here. So I requested the media correct their narrative with regard to what happened and that you all respect the family's privacy. Huh. Ain't that something?
That's interesting. It's not a standard issue. Nope. It's different.
A family spokeswoman said that he acted out of self-defense after being robbed and targeted by bullies. Footage on social media allegedly, everything's alleged, shows Simpkins getting into an altercation during class with another student that escalated to gunfire. Now, no, it didn't escalate to gunfire. He pulled out his gun and shot somebody. For it to escalate to gunfire, both sides would be shooting.
Right, you would think, right? Because that would be self-defense.
Okay. Just saying. The fight was broken up and the two students calmed down. No longer self-defense. I want people to understand this. Let me readjust my hat, okay? And I want you to read, okay? Free thinker. If the fight was broken up and the two students calmed down, it was no longer self-defense. Now it is retaliation.
Right, no, it's payback.
But Simpkins then pulled out a firearm from his orange backpack and fired several shots that struck 3 people, according to an arrest warrant. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. The Texas student opened fire, injuring 4 people, including a teacher. That's what that says, right?
Mm-hmm.
He pulled a gun from his backpack, fired several shots that struck 3 people.
Hey, if you keep reading, it might turn to 2.
According to an arrest warrant, Calvin Pettit, 25-year-old teacher who jumped in to break up the fight, was shot in the back, suffering broken ribs and a collapsed lung. The other victims were identified as Zacchaeus Selby, and look, the next name is a black name, Yumofe Olawepo, and Parisa Altma. That's 4 people. He did not fire his gun and struck 3. He fired his gun and struck 4. Police said a 15-year-old boy was in critical condition, while a teenage girl who was grazed by the bullet, she's probably the 4th one that was considered not a 3rd, or not a 4th one because it was grazed.
Just a flesh wound.
The 4th victim, a pregnant woman, was injured in a fall during the shooting, but received medical care on the scene.
Can't make this shit up.
Simpkins is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Self-defense. After the fight was broken up. No longer being bullied. Fight is done. That at that point is aggressive, going after, pulling your gun on purpose to go injure someone gravely. You don't fire the gun to just graze. You might be a poor shot, but that does not negate the fact that the fight was done and you went to shoot. No longer self-defense in my book.
No.
I would consider it self-defense if the guy came at him swinging, kicking, punching, and he pulled a gun, popped him. Self-defense.
Right.
But you come, we're both popping, swinging, pop, 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 punch, 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 kick, kick. Teacher steps in, stop. All right. Not pow pow pow. That's no longer self-defense. But hey, he black. He's innocent. He didn't do nothing.
He's got that privilege, man.
He part of that didn't do nothing tribe. I'm part of that didn't do nothing. He gonna have a vigil. He gonna have Sharpton show up to back him up. He gonna have Black Lives Matter come to his aid. He gonna have a statue built. He gonna have some new law passed.
Yo, have you ever heard the zebra joke?
Mm-mm.
So the zebra, went his whole life, he wanted to know if he was white with black stripes or black with white stripes.
Mm-hmm.
So he finally dies, and he asked Jesus. He says, "Am I black with white stripes or white with black stripes?" He said, "I don't know. Go ask God." So he goes and asks God. God says, "You are what you are." And he's like, "Okay." Goes back down. Jesus said, "You get your answer?" He's like, "Not really." He said, "You are what you are." He's like, "Oh, okay, so then you're white with black stripes." Zebra says, "How so?" He says, "If you were black with white stripes, you would have said, 'You is what you is.'"
You is what you is, boy. You black with white stripe. You a colored zebra. Exactly. Moves to premeditated if they turn around and yep, premeditated.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's like saying, "Yo, I shot him in the back. It was self-defense. He was walking backwards." Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He has that kung fu, that backwards kung fu going, and I can't be risking my life for that.
I didn't want him to backwards drop kick me.
Backwards kung fu, yeah, it's dangerous, man. It's worse than frontwards kung fu. I don't get it, people. I don't get it.
Right back at you.
I will never understand. I will never understand this country going the way it's going anymore, and people just sitting by and let it happen. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Don't apologize anymore. We're done with the apologies. We're done with it. If you're offended, you're offended. I don't give two craps. I don't give a rat's behind if you're offended. In fact, I'm gonna keep laughing at you because you're offended.
Let's go, Brandon.
If you can spend 4 years calling us names and telling us to just deal with it, you can more than handle the next 4 years of us saying whatever the hell we need to say.
Yeah, but I don't know if it'll last that long.
There ain't no buts. Ain't no buts. I am telling you now that once I get off of YouTube and I can establish my platform off of YouTube on my website, the things I have to say, they're gonna Alex Jones me. They're gonna have to Alex Jones me from platforms. Trust and believe they're gonna have to Alex Jones me. Because I have lots to say about what we should do.
Oh, I know. I'm on the same page, pal. I am on the same page.
I have ways of. Anyway, I have things I want to say. I have hinted at it a couple of times, but I've never actually gone and told people what I really, 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 really think should be done. But I believe people are seeing it, what needs to be done. And I can say one of them outright, and that's shut down this administration for the crap that they're doing.
Oh yeah.
I don't know of any other administration that's been able to kill innocents, 10 to be exact, children included, with a missile strike and still be allowed to be part of anything international.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, yeah, that whole situation was fucked. It's still fucked.
I don't know how that's allowed, how people just brush over that.
And I don't know how it got just swept under the fucking rug. I really don't understand when there's literal evidence and proof that you literally kill children from your words. By you saying, yes, go for it, and you kill innocent children, you are now a murderous piece of shit. I mean, what else is there? How can you How can you justify that in any way, shape, or form?
It's their logic behind it when they say, well, we weren't really sure, but we had a hunch about it, and our intelligence at the time, we didn't. So you don't know if it was a guy that was well, he might have been an actual helper on our side. So you don't know that he was a terrorist. No, we didn't know that, but you felt fine sending in a drone missile to a compound that you did not have 100% verification.
Right.
Yeah. How did we not have that verification? Oh, that's right. You pulled the troops. So not only did you make it impossible for us to find out, you went ahead after not knowing and still bombed the place.
Right.
And then lied about it by saying, oh, we had bombs in the trunk. You know for a fact he had bombs. So you don't know that he was a terrorist. You don't know who he was, but you know for a fact he had bombs in the trunk. Then when we had reporters on the ground that showed there was no concussive blast from anything in the car, then you're like, well, we were wrong. Sorry. Sorry that you killed kids? Sorry? That's how it works? Well, we didn't mean to. It was, it was accidental. Now on to other things. Let's mask up for the safety of our children. I didn't mean to kill the kids with the bomb, but hey, for the safety of our kids, wear the mask.
Right.
Oh, and by the way, we're passing more money to give to aborting children for the sake of safety and choice.
Yeah, new normal and greater good.
So we'll murder more children while trying to save children from something that they're not getting infected by, while nuking children overseas. Gotcha, Biden. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Right, because if they're not breathing yet, then it's not considered.
Which is why you can use them. The Pfizer can use it in their vaccine. It's not human. You see the kind of gymnastics that they have to do to kill people in the name of what they want? It's insane. It's insane. Like how many things do you need to see this man and these retards doing? How many lies do you have to hear them literally tell? Not just tell, but you can look on video and see that they're lying. I'm at the White House taking my jab. He's nowhere near the White House. It's a set. Why would you have to lie about that?
Man, that thing is nuts. The 2 fake windows, and
I
Bro.
said this in another video. If you have to lie about something that small, I can't believe you about anything big.
Right.
You don't have my best interest at heart. If you're going to lie to me about something that tiny that I can easily disprove, why would I believe that the big things you're telling me is honesty?
Yeah, that's like saying, yeah, I locked all the windows in the house, but the front door is wide open.
Wow. But fools are going to be listening, and fools are going to listen to them. They have the media on their side. They have the news outlets on their side.
That
You have little voices like us that are screaming at the top of our lungs what's going on, and no one's going to listen. They can silence us at any turn that they want. And they can use fear to try and shut down the rest of us. The true test will come when we don't shut up.
Right, when we rise.
I've already decided in my mind that I don't care what threat they bring to me. 1, I'm not taking the shot. 2, I'm not wearing their mask. And 3, I'm not listening to any mandates that they pass anywhere in Washington State. It's not happening. I will come to a fist fight with Jay Inslee before I do that. It's not happening.
Yep. And did you hear about this the Walgreens or whatever the fuck it was accidentally gave the
instead of the flu shot accidentally, yeah, I'm sure that's what it was.
It gave the full adult dose to kids.
Mm-hmm. You won't hear anything about it in the news either. You know why?
No,
because
no.
the stupid parents that are out there will say, "Oh, no, So the kids, it's for the kids, it's safety. And then I mean, think about it this way. If I tell you, take this, you know you have no legal recourse against it because you can't sue them because you're taking it on your own free will.
Right.
Under duress, yeah, but you're taking it still. So you have no recourse to go back and sue them. So if something happens to you, that's on you. That's on you. So when you make a decision that you decide not to look into, and I've heard people say this, I don't care what's in it. I'm just going to just come and stick me in the arm with it.
Oh yeah, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You don't need to know what's in it. Just take it. It's for your own good.
Who did what? Yeah, one of I think it was Walgreens accidentally said they gave kids adult doses accidentally. But like, how do you fuck that up? Like, honestly.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you came in for the flu shot? Oh, let me just grab this Moderna real quick.
Yes, Moderna. Okay, here it is. No thanks. In case y'all want to know whether it's factual or not, here you go. Walgreens apologizes for accidentally injecting 4- and 5-year-old with COVID shot. So now they're admitting that Walgreens people can't read.
Yeah. Right. You want me to trust somebody that can't tell the fucking difference? Okay, sure thing.
Indiana
thing, Doc.
Walgreens could face significant legal action after it jabbed 2 kids with COVID vaccine instead of flu. Instead, an Evansville family and their attorneys were accidentally given full doses of the Pfizer coronavirus instead of flu shots. Pfizer shots are not approved for children younger than 12, and the dose would be 1/3 of the adult dosage. Personal injury attorney Dan Tully is representing the family, or is it Tully? Probably Tully. The kids were taken to a pediatric cardiologist, and both were showing signs of heart issues.
Yep. Yeah, that's like where they want to push it for kids playing in sports. But what happens? I know that one of the side effects of young people is heart issues. What's the one thing that's pumping fastest when you're running around kicking balls around?
Your heart.
It's like common sense, people. Common sense. That's all I ask.
Pulmonary issues, but that's okay. It more likely is one of the people that were giving the shots, just like Quiet is saying, was a pro-vaxxer and thought that the parents were being stupid by not giving them the shot and decided they were going to do it. I will almost bet money that's what will end up coming out. And then Walgreens will be like, we didn't know, let's just settle, and they'll give them some money. And if I were those parents, I would not take the money. I would sue the ever-living crap out of Walgreens to the point where now I can make an example of what the vaccine does to children. And I will run that all the way up the flagpole until every dose of that thing is off the shelf. That's what I was looking for, yes. Myocarditis.
Yep.
Look, I ain't saying no, screw it. I am saying don't take it. Because if you take it with the amount of information that's out there, you're dumb. If you take it and don't do your research, you're dumb.
The side effects outweigh what good it could do for you.
It doesn't even do any good.
Right. Well, that's my whole point is that, okay? It's first of all, you can still get it, you can still pass it, okay? They say you have a 99.8% survival rate on COVID, okay?
Naturally, yeah.
Okay, naturally. That means this shot doesn't even cover 0.03%, and you're okay with that, and you're getting 2 doses? I mean, you're just at that point, you're dumb.
It's all, like I said, it's all based on what you will lose. They are giving you the illusion of safety.
Right. They
Do you
say
believe in America you can't do certain things? Like, okay, you have the right to go to work. Then the government takes it away from you, which they can't do, but they decide they're going to do it tyrannically. Then threaten you to take something that they give you no information about in order to get back a freedom that they have no right taking.
right.
And you, like a fool, will say, you know what? I really don't want to lose. You've already lost it. They took it from you because you gave it up. You've allowed them to take things from you that they cannot take. Think about this.
All you did was make a trade.
And it wasn't even an even one.
Right. It was a
Not
shitty
even an even trade.
It's a shitty trade.
I don't know if people can figure this out on their own, or if you know, a 2x4 is gonna have to get smacked upside. I don't know what it's gonna take. I really don't.
Hey, I do have a sticker on my truck that says you can't fix stupid, but you can numb it with a 2x4. Can't fix it.
I give up, man. I give up on people. They tell you can't leave your house without a mask. You do it. In a free country, where there's no law that says you can't, you give up that right. Then they tell you can't go to work, and you do it. Then they tell you can't go back to work until you do this, and you do it. Then they tell you don't need to know what's in it, and you're okay with it. Then they tell you have to take it even though you don't know what's in it, and you find out that they're purposely hiding it from you, and you still do it. You deserve what you get at that point. You deserve what you get at that point. Whatever happens, happens. They say, and they want to bring in, well, what about smokers? Smokers choose. Smokers know what smoking can do.
I'm a smoker. I know what smoking can do to me. Yet I do it anyway because I know about the risk. That's my choice. Not every single person that smokes dies. Okay, some do, some don't. Okay, I'm willing to take that risk, but I know that it's shitty for me, and I know it's not good for me. I do it anyway.
Knowledge is what you have. You base it on knowledge. I know what it can do. Look, I had surgery, right? They gave you narcotics to keep you from feeling pain. They tell you narcotics can be addictive. Don't take it if you have problems with addiction. All of the ingredients in the narcotic that they give you, you can find. At that point, I have the option to say, don't give it to me, I don't want it, or I just don't take it. I have all the info. My choice is to take it or not. If I get addicted to it, it is not someone else's fault. That is mine. I chose to take the risk. With this,
freedom is.
And with this, they've avoided giving you any information on the choice they want you to make. That's my problem. You want me to go against my method of operation when it comes to putting stuff inside my body. You want me to go against every fiber of my being that investigates what I take and tell me I don't need to know, no one needs to find out. Whatever we say goes. Just do it if you want this. It's a threat. It's hostage situation. I'm holding this hostage. If you ever want to see your family again, you're going to pay the ransom and take the shot. Or I can find where you are and come and take my family back. I can do that too.
I don't know who you are. I just want you to know,
I have a certain set of skills.
I've got a certain set of skills.
I will find you.
And I will kill you.
If you want to hold my job hostage and hold my freedom hostage, I'll just come and take my freedom. I know where you are. I'll come take my freedom back. The same way you can threaten me with removing my freedom if I don't do something, I can threaten you with taking my freedom back if you don't do something. Goes both ways, homie.
And what's crazy to me is, okay, the government is supposed to be for the people and what we want as a nation. And when is the last time anything we wanted was done? It's not up to us anymore. That's the problem. The problem is these fucking people come up with whatever they want. Whatever bills they want to come up with, $3.5 trillion infrastructure, whatever they want, that's what they do. I don't care about fucking, I don't want $1 billion going to fucking growing trees. I'll tell you what, give each American $10,000. I'll fucking grow some trees in my backyard. Like, it's crazy, dude.
It is insane. When you actually break it down,
it's sick, bro. 2,500 pages, 1.4 billion. Now I'm going to say that again. $1.4 billion a page. Think about that for a second.
insane.
It's all to line their own pockets. This government and this system is so corrupt and so fucked that there's no like saving it. I don't think there's only one option. One option is just a complete and sweep, a sweep. That's it. And term limits is one of the biggest problems we have in this country. Because if there were term limits, you'd actually recycle the shit. And you wouldn't have the same assholes constantly in the same seats. You would transfer it to other people. And you would actually get things done that the people want. Not that what these career politicians want.
Perfect example. Leave it to my boy Ace to figure it out. Right?
Yeah.
You don't outlaw alcohol. You just say if you drink and drive and we catch you, you get arrested. It doesn't stop nobody from drinking and driving because you still have the alcohol out there.
Right. People are still getting away with it.
But it's also part of choice.
Right. You
This
make
is
a
the one
decision
thing
to
they
get
don't
behind
give
the
you
wheel.
choice on at all, and it has less of a chance of killing people than drunk driving does. Go figure that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I could use 10K. I really could use 10K. 10K would be a nice cushion for me right now.
Right? I'm just saying. And they're literally putting $1 billion towards.
Hang on, but that's not 10K. Technically, what I'd get is 70K.
What? Yeah, well.
Yeah, I'd be getting 60K because 60K is what I'd get. I could use 60K.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Be very nice. It'd be super.
I'm just saying, like if you literally break that down, okay? You know how some people always used to get screwed up when they're like, "Oh, this guy's got $100 million. He can give everybody in America
give
$1 million."
100 people $1 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, they think like, but if you break down 3.5 trillion,
it's 10.
You can give every single person in America more than that. I mean,
more than 10K. Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. Let me do the exact, because we're at what? We're at 326 million?
Yeah, 320 something.
Yeah.
Divide 3.5 trillion by 325 million. You get a decent amount of fucking cheddar.
Let's see here. So the calculator says it's not 350 people. We'll do 326. 326. So I think that's closer to what it is. 3.5 trillion. You get $10,736.
That would
Per
help
person.
the economy big time.
Per person. That to me is pretty insane.
Right?
That's pretty insane.
Right?
Now let's actually see what the population really is. 332.
Oh, it grew, huh?
So that says it's 332. We'll say 333. Okay? 333. Still on $10,500.
Yep.
But instead, some of that money is going to go overseas to places we don't care about.
Oh, 100%. Because you know, charity don't begin at home for us. Apparently, we
Go to
got to help
some
everybody.
gender studies somewhere.
Yep.
Go to Hakib or Habib to cut off his PP to find out if he's a
Yeah.
male or female.
And then you know, all government vehicles are going to be electric now, and of course,
Yeah.
Nancy, she invested early, only a couple months ago in Tesla, big time.
That's right.
But no, that has nothing to do with stock manipulation. What? No, that was just lucky. She didn't know anything about this 2,500 page book. No, she knew
No.
nothing about it.
No, zero.
No, just happened to be. She just got lucky. That's
Wake
why
up,
she's
people.
got. That's why she's got 300 million in the bank. Why anybody would need that kind of money boggles my mind. But whatever.
Plastic surgery.
That woman is dead, bro. She just didn't fall down yet. Okay.
Skeletor. She's Skeletor. I
She
keep calling
is
her
dead.
Skeletor.
She just didn't fall down yet. I'm waiting for the day.
He-Man.
You know what she is, bro? She's the fucking cackling hyena from the fucking story.
I call her Yzma.
Bro, that sag-faced cunt.
She's like Yzma. I think she's like Yzma.
Drunk
Just go inside a box and then put that box and put it inside another box and then smash it with a hammer.
Let's not look at the price tag. Let's not look at the price tag. Really, bitch? Who do you think is paying for this? You
Not
fucking
her.
asshole?
Money out of it. She's getting money out of it.
Yeah, fucking corrupt pieces of shit. And they just wipe it in our faces too. They're just so obvious about it.
They're
And
laughing.
they don't give a shit.
They're laughing. And they're happy with what they're doing.
I'll tell you, bro. You know what I think all the time, bro? I really do think all the time. We just get some what are those army people called when they work after they get retired?
Mercenaries?
Yes. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna say nothing else.
I
but
want them to protect me.
Yeah. I just need them as friends. You know what I mean? Like that's
And
all.
to protect me.
I'm just saying, like,
Hey,
like-
I'm black in America and I need protection.
cause I'll be honest with you, bro. Like we could take our tax money and put it towards something a little more productive. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I don't
Video
want to pay
game.
too much.
Contra.
Yeah. I want to invest in some video games.
Yeah.
Some Call of Duty or I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Call of Duty. I can call her Duty. I'll know that much. She is Duty.
Oh man.
This is a good discussion. We'll have to do this again. We haven't been doing it, but now that I'm feeling better and
Glad you're feeling better,
I
bud.
don't have the kind of pain I was having before, and all I have to work through now is how I talk.
I see you got the old you got a little bit of a whistle going.
I do have a whistle going.
Yo, you could do Herbert the Pervert.
Oh, I do. I did on one of my videos, and it got struck for harassment and bullying.
Did it really? That's retarded.
So that little popsicle you got there.
Oh, dude, you got it, bro.
Hi, Chris. This little popsicle. It was a duet. It was a stitch I did of the Pinkbeard one, and he was eating a popsicle, and it was this other angry Negro across from him, this female, and he's talking about my queen doing the heavy lifting. I was like, "Oh, she doing the heavy lifting, and you in the corner there sucking on a popsicle." I was like, "That's a nice little popsicle you got there."
You did. That's fucking awesome.
Popsicle. Look at that little popsicle. It got struck instantaneously for hate speech.
Oh,
No,
dude,
not
that's
hate speech, but
great,
harassment and
though.
bullying.
That's awesome.
I think I have it still because it was up for a bit, and it was up for a bit. Let me see if I can find it because I need to play it for you because it's hilarious. I was quite happy with how it came
Hey,
out.
what was it? Ooh.
It's a nice little popsicle you got there. It's
Is
nice.
that new paper boy?
It's real nice. That's
Yeah.
Devin.
No, it's not The Simpsons. It's Family Guy. Well, come sit on my lap, Chris. I'll sing you a bedtime story, Chris.
It's nice.
Ooh.
I can't
Oh,
find it.
man.
I can't find it. I know I have it, but it struck it, so it's it's been deleted. I think.
It's been Kaiser Soze,
Mm-hmm.
like a fart in the wind.
It's a fart in the wind now for sure. I think I even had to delete it. Yeah, it's gone. That's unfortunate. Simon left. Let's see if I can find it here. Because I think you guys would enjoy it. You back, Simon?
I hit the wrong button.
Simple Simon Department. Simple Simon.
Did you ever see that old guy? There was this old guy who had this he had this dock that the kids used to jump off of. He was an older guy and he literally sounds identical to that man, like his actual voice.
I found it.
Oh, you did? Nice.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
People, are we really telling trans people what is and isn't transphobic? Here's an idea. When the trans community
This is the loud lady.
It's so like
Hold on here.
A woman thinking she a man next to a man thinking he a woman talking about trans rights. And we shouldn't make fun. Grown ass man sucking on a popsicle. How's that hanging there, little man? You liking that popsicle? Good popsicle, isn't it?
fucking awesome.
I might have to repost it on a different account and see what happens. But yeah, he's in the corner, using it. I was like, you gotta be, come on, man. That's making it too easy on people for people to mess with you.
Yo, that's the best when they make it easy for you. Like, there are times where like I don't have to say anything. I just have to point out the comment because it's just so fucking stupid that they just make fun of themselves. I just have to point it out. That's all I'm here to do is point out your stupidity. That's it.
It's that muscly old paper boy.
Is that paperboy again?
It's that paper boy. That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
It's real simple. It's all in the hands. All in the hands, Chris. So anyway, we'll be back on we'll probably try and get back to doing it every Sunday, right?
Let me know, bro. I mean, it's Sunday, Saturday. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Well,
we got to do a weekly show.
Yeah,
we got to just come up with a night that works.
Well, we'll say right now, every Sunday, same time, 5:30.
Okay,
I know I can bank on that on my end for sure. So
okay, I can try to commit to that.
It might be between 5:30 and 7 my time, so 8:30 and 10.
All right,
or 9:30 and 10.
Well, 5:30 for you is 8:30 for me.
Yeah, so 8:30 and 10. Anywhere between there.
All right.
So you guys will know. But the crowd picked up. We went up to 27, which was good.
Nice.
Most of them was on YouTube. So once this is done, I'll post it on our channel.
All right, cool.
But I don't know if they're allowing us to post more than 1 hour shows yet. I think we have to have more than 100 subscribers to do it.
On what, YouTube?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I think I'll check.
Well, now that I got like, all new accounts, I could probably, put the link in there.
You might want to do that.
Yeah, but every time I do that, my shit goes kapoof, and then I gotta start from scratch.
I know
yet
how
again.
it is. I'm on account 9, 10.
I know.
10.
I know. I think I'm on 7. I'm not sure. I honestly lost fucking
Hey,
count.
when you got started and you said, I think this might be my first, I don't know how I'm not banned, and I told you, don't worry, it'll start happening. Here we are.
I know. Listen, I knew it was coming.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Hey, look, Ma, I made it.
Welcome to the big show.
But the thing is, I don't get banned for the same reasons that a lot of different people get banned.
It don't matter why you get banned.
I know.
It's just that you get banned.
I
That's
know.
The important thing is that you get
It's all right.
banned.
It's all right. I'm in the club. I'm just, I'm not there for the same reasons. That's all.
Den. You can find me in the club getting banned a bunch. I used to have 9 accounts.
Yo, did you hear that audio where somebody was like, I used to have a bunch of followers on TikTok, but I've discovered getting banned. With getting banned, like they did this whole like promo, you know what I mean? It was fucking good.
It was good. You should try getting banned today too.
Yeah, get banned today. You can lose your account as quick as 3 days with getting banned. Once you get banned, you would have to come out with a whole bunch of new accounts, but it's okay. You're in the bandwagon.
All right, Quiet. Thank you for tuning in. Everybody, thank you for being here.
Yes, thank you for listening, and we hope you learned something.
I will be
If you
back on
didn't-
tomorrow. I think in the afternoon, somewhere around 5 or 6. And I will be trying to discuss the latest push by Mr. or let's just put it away, the Hatch Act that's being violated right now. We'll talk about the Hatch Act.
And you can mostly catch me on one of my accounts going live at some point on the old TikTok-y.
On the TikTok until he gets shut up.
If you type in the Fat Jew, you'll find one of my accounts somewhere. I don't know.
One of the 19 he's got.
So they're out there somewhere. You just got to look. If you try hard enough, you're a real follower. That's all I got to say.
If you don't have the perseverance to search for me, I don't want you anyway. Yeah. But I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Y'all have a grand rest of the night, and we shall holler at you come next Sunday. Right?
Indeed. Yes, sir.
Indeed. All right, peoples. Y'all have a good one.
Peace and deuces.